You obviously went back and played in the game 2 years ago. Was this one a little different?
Um, I don't think so. Alabama Tennessee games. It's a really big rivalry. Especially to some of the older guys. That's been there for a while, and even the guys that's played here in the past. It's a really big game. It's kind of much like the Iron Bowl. It's a really big rivalry. And we're expecting for them to come out and throw everything at us.
Is it still a big deal for you though to go back to Tennessee and play?
Oh yeah, hometown, state, or whatever. It's a really big game. Other than Auburn, I'm always looking forward to playing against Tennessee.
Do you scrounge for tickets?
So what?
Do you scrounge for tickets?
Most of the time, especially since a lot of my family are a little bit closer to Knoxville than to Alabama, so they don't really get that much of an opportunity to come down here. So I try to get extra tickets from my teammates so they can come up and watch the game.
You were actually more serious about going to Vandy than Tennessee, weren't you, in your recruitment?
Yeah.
How did that all work out?
I never really had a really big interest in going to the University of Tennessee. They were trying to recruit me at linebacker, but at the time I kind of wanted to play a little offense. They found out I wanted to play offense, but then they told me I could play offense. But Tennessee's kind of known for telling you that you can come here and play this position, but once you get there, you're stuck there, and they'll change your position. And I wasn't really looking forward for that to happen. So I just kind of stuck with Vanderbilt and Alabama.
Considering what's transpired there, I mean, could you be any happier about your decision?
Oh yeah, everything's came out the way I expected it to. Except for the incident last year, missing the season. But everything's happened that I've wanted to come. Won a national championship, so I'm trying to get everything else that I had, individually, my goals.
Do you think everybody on the team realizes that with the way that their season has gone this far, a win over Alabama they could hang their hat on that for the season? Do you think everybody, even the younger guys in the team, realize that and the magnitude of this game from their perspective as well?
I mean, from Tennessee's
perspective?
Yeah. Tennessee's went up and down this season. They're having a hard time this season. So, playing us, especially being a big rivalry, and for us to be, ranked top 10 in the polls, that'll motivate them a lot more to finish the season even better. So that's why we're expecting for them to come out and throw everything, trick and gimmick plays early in the game. So we just got to go in each and every day and practice hard and expect the unexpected.
There's obviously a big improvement on defense from South Carolina to Ole Miss. What do you attribute that to?
I think the guys just kind of realize, what can happen, not going in each and every day with, everybody wants to get better, but not realizing that you got to be able to do the little things. Like I said before, Coach Saban and all the other coaches preach on us about doing the little things right, whether it be lining up a yard, 2 yards outside the seam, and we line up 1 yard, or not getting your head across the tackle, or running back or anything like that. So I feel like last week that's kind of what we're doing, and we've seen the results in that. So it's kind of that's the approach that we're taking in this week, is trying to be able to do the little things right.
There's been some talk this week about guys being banged up, minor kinds of things. How are you doing physically?
Of course, and anybody's during the season or whatever around this time, everybody's getting kind of banged up. Body's a little sore, but that's what we come in for treatment for each and every day. Coming in Sunday, and anytime during classes and coming to get treatment.
I'm sure you're tired of people asking about it, but how about your knee?
It's getting kind of colder here and there, so it's always gonna bug me here and there. But I've been with Jeff, and in throughout classes, I try to keep heat or ice and taking Tylenol and things like that, just to keep it safe and under wraps.
We're doing a feature on Darius Hanks. I know you're on the other side of the ball, but how have you seen him progress since last season?
Very. Last year Hanks was just one of those guys you just look for, maybe on a deep threat. One of those guys that would catch maybe a 30 or 40-yard bomb. But I feel like this year he's contributing more to the hit and goes. Catching a 5-yard curl and turning it into a 20, 30-yard play. And I feel like that's one of the things that he's done in the offseason that he's pretty much mastered. A lot of those guys, they look for Mays or Julio to run the screens or things like that. But, this year Hank's been able to do that, and he's done a really good job at it.
Thanks.
Hey Dante, you guys haven't gotten off to a good start the last 2 road trips you made, South Carolina and Arkansas. You just talk about some of those lessons maybe you've learned from those road trips as you head to Knoxville for your 3rd time.
Um, we just got to approach it like we do, like all the other home games, I guess. I mean, just got to come in like the first series, let those guys know that they're gonna have to change their game plan. That we're not gonna let them run the ball. Same thing for offense. I mean, they're gonna try and stop us on being able to run the ball. So hopefully, offense will come in and establish the run pretty well, and we'll stop the run.
You have any good friends that play for Tennessee?
I have a couple, but I'm not sure if they play. But I had hosted one of recruits last year, Marcellus Teague. He plays for Tennessee, play wide receiver. They moved him to cornerback, so me and him play. We're still pretty close. And I haven't talked to him this week, but I've talked to him throughout the season, and he's been doing pretty good.
Nobody from high school?
No.
You're on the punt coverage team, aren't you?
Yeah.
But special teams in general were supposed to be a question mark for this team going into the season. They seem to be kind of a highlight right now. Can you talk about that?
I feel like our special teams it's been decent all season, but I feel like we've done a really good job against Saturday. But then again, it comes back to about us all doing the little things right. Special teams is always we proven at being a consistent weapon for us. Great field position for the offense and great field position for the defense. And during the Ole Miss game, I think it was a few times where we might have misjudged a couple of things, but I think overall we did a pretty good job on special teams.
What do you think from Tennessee's offense?
The offense is pretty good. They're thriving on running the ball, which we thrive on stopping. But offensive coordinator is pretty good. They like to shift and motion guys around, try to confuse the defense, get you stuck in 2 or 3 different coverages, so they can come out and bomb for a big play. So everybody's been in the field room. Everybody's talking to the coaches more and more and trying to get everything down, packed, and getting ready for Saturday.